Listen, guys, Fortune 500 companies do not outsource their marketing efforts. Now, I know on this channel, you guys don't see me a lot. It's mostly Tobias talking about, what we do, outbound automation, acquisition ascension, um, building and establishing these in-house acquisition teams into B2B consultants businesses. Um, but today in this video, I just want to go over uh, why and the importance of building in-house acquisitions. Because like I said, Fortune 500 companies, they don't rely on outsourcing their marketing efforts. They find the talent, they find the experts with the infrastructure, they plug them together, and they build it in-house under their own business. For example, Alex Hormozy, acquisition.com, right? He's not hiring a acquisition company. He made an acquisition company and he's utilizing that for his marketing efforts. So I kind of want to dive in with you guys about the importance of being in-house, why partnerships suck, why SMMAs are even worse, and why in-house is the way to go, right? So when it comes to in-house, this is the KPIs we shoot for, and we're still a small fish, right? So as we scale up, these numbers will scale up as well, but this is just on outbound, right? This is just outbound, one lever we pull. 3 to 500 DMs a day, 15 to 25 positive responses, 3 to 5 booked calls, 2 to 4 show-ups, 1 to 2 closes a day. You can plug your offer price into this, and this is what you'll be getting from one lever. Just want to show you guys that to, pique your interest a little bit, but outsourcing, right? We started together. My business partner, Darius, he says it a million times. He started with an SMMA. He was doing that social media marketing agency, running ads for contractors, right? I scaled as a freelancer, copywriting, writing emails, which is a retainer model as well. Together, we joined and we did growth operating. So we were partnering with creators, and we were able to pearl these processes, but we learned why these business models are not ideal, right? So let's start with SMMA. The reality of SMMA is it's not scalable. So what does that mean for you as a B2B consultant? That means that if they are an SMMA worth their salt, and they are servicing their clients well, they're going to have no problem scaling more clients, right? Now, you're probably thinking, well, you just said it wasn't scalable. Well, that's the thing, right? Once they get to about 8, 10 clients, there's a fork in the road where they have to make a decision. And that's, I can cap here and stop taking on clients. So say they're charging $2,000, they cap at 8 clients. Okay, I have to stop at $16K a month, right? Or I have to hire out people to cover my position. When they hire these people out, that's when the product drops, right? The quality of the product will always drop because obviously it's a service-based thing that requires their skill set. So when they attempt to create leverage, the quality drops. What does that mean for you? That means if you're hiring them, that you're going to be getting worse and worse results as they scale. It's like this, right? As they scale up, service delivery drops. Okay? Now they're worried about churn. They're worrying about their own acquisitions because they're trying to scale, and everything's dropping. Now, partnerships. The problem with partnerships is there's zero incentive, right? So you would think there's heavy incentive because, they have 20%, they have 15%. Well, if you scale to 100K a month, now you're raking out 20K a month to this partnership, right? But say you're a startup. Say you don't have many clients, right? You have nothing to offer them. They're still looking for other partnerships. And if you don't perform, it doesn't matter. Like, the thing about partnerships that entices us B2B consultants is the fact that it's a shared risk. But it's not, because it's your offer. They're just helping you with your offer. It's like giving your cousin an affiliate link. he doesn't have an incentive, right? So anybody, you could give that to anybody. And if his skill set's not there, it doesn't matter to him. And that's the reality. And it's super reliant on the quality of your offer, right? So these partnership people aren't, they're always looking for that next partnership. That's one. That's one. Let me get into number two. I'm just rambling here, but let me get into number two. This is kind of what made us realize there was a problem with the partnership model, is when we were doing that growth operating and we weren't booking calls for ourselves in our own offer, right? So we lied to ourselves, we coped, we said, well, we don't have a strong personal brand, so that's why we can't book calls. If we had a big personal brand, of course we could book calls. But that's cope. That's cope, because now we have 82 followers on Instagram and we book calls consistently, high quality calls consistently. So that's cope right there. So ask yourself, why would I partner with someone who is struggling to book calls themselves? Ask them how many calls they're booking for themselves. It's probably very low. And that's the reason they partner with people, because they want to leverage your personal brand. They want to make you quick money with low-hanging fruit. They want to copy some strategies they found on YouTube to make, some quick cash. And then once it dries out, because they don't have real scalable systems, obviously, because if they did, they do it on themselves, then they'll go find the next partnership. And that's the reality of the game. And I've worked with people on offers that were, growth operators as well. And that's the same thing I see across the board. So we had to go back to the drawing board and figure out, how can we book our own calls? How can we solve that problem for ourselves? Darius actually said this to me in a text. He said, dude, everything we're doing for everyone, let's do it for ourselves. And it hit me, and I'm like, he's right, because if we can do it for ourselves, then we can do it for other people effectively. And if we can do it without a personal brand, then that's, the real value. That's the real value in the market. One second. So we did that. We started doing it for ourselves, and then we ran into the next problem. Our acquisitions are fine, but now we're closing so many people, and we have to worry about service. So we had a setter, Uri, in the market. He was our boy. He helped us out a lot. We were kind of taking him under our wing, teaching him our, winning strategies as far as booking appointments go. And eventually he hit me up and was like, I hate setting. I'd rather manage. I was like, okay, that's something I'll give some thought. I gave it some thought, and I was like, okay, recruit some people and, teach them and have them set them and teach them to set under you, like on behalf of us. So that's what he did. And we built out that infrastructure. And over purling that, we started with an internship, and over purling that, we took out the people that weren't a good fit, and we were left with only A players, and then we had a fully in-house acquisition source, which forced us to then go back to the drawing board and create a new offer that, why is it not letting me zoom out here? A new offer around that, because that's the real value, right? An in-house acquisition source, and everything changed once we did this. Once we did this, everything changed, because now we have Uri managing this whole process. Okay, he's managing the setters, he's managing our inbound, he's managing our outbound. We're leveraging AI and softwares, and him as an A player, and our team of setters to book appointments. So with just our outbound, like I explained to you earlier in the video, we're getting our offer in front of almost 1,000 people a day with AI and our setters, right? So 1,000 a day going to them, and that's just on the outbound front. And then we're running ads, and we have a warm dialer that he manages as well, that is, calling the leads on that front as well. So me and Darius are focused on content and making our offer over here our offer right here as pearled as possible, right? So we're automating the front end, so we have actual freedom, time freedom, what we came into the market for to begin with, right? So this in-house structure, we're just implementing into people's businesses and not worrying about acquisitions at all for ourselves. And we're helping other B2B consultants not worry about acquisitions for themselves, right? So it's this effect where everyone is winning in this ecosystem. Uri's winning because he's booking appointments, he's doing what he wants to do. The setters are winning because they're making 10% off everything they close. And we're not worried about some sleazy partnership where we have no control. We're not driving the boat. We're not worried about someone else and their acquisition and their business. It's all inside of our business, right? When you onboard us, we give you the winning scripts and winning infrastructure that we pearled, and it's going to win inside of your business because we mastered that B2B like market, right? So that's the beauty here. I want to tell you a quick story. Darius' mom, actually, she asked me, like, what exactly is it? Because, like, it's, kind of like an elevator pitch. What is it exactly that you do? And I explained to her, I said, it's like, instead of hiring a call center, we went and bought a plot of land for the call center. We made the structure for it, and we hired all the talent. And that's our call center under Sauna, right? And then for our businesses, you hire us. We go do that for you. We plug it in, give you the winning infrastructure, and make sure it's working effectively and is a well-oiled machine. And then we leave. And it's really perfect, and we're seeing it in the market as people are really scaling from, just like this low-level online business, like online ecosystem opportunity to real scalable businesses. We're seeing, that's when this is the most enticing for them, right? Because as well as I that everything should be in-house. Everything should be inside of your business. So I kind of want to ramble here. Kind of want to show some face. I don't usually show face on that YouTube. I need to do it more, but that's what we've been working on. So if you want to just chop it up, talk about it, see how we can help you, send us a message at Sauna Digital, and we'll chop it up in the DMs, and then we can hop on a call as well, and we can see if it works for you. If you have questions, same thing. And yeah, let's talk about building you that in-house infrastructure that we preach so much. So it's good to show face here, and I look forward to talking to you guys.